Your hard drive crashes. The hours seem to be leaking out of your days. And to top it all off, your PMS hormones have you irritable as all get out. This was my last week, and I'm currently still dealing with all three things in one way or another. Here's how I'm keeping my grace through the chaos. Welcome back to another installation of the Trippy Drip Creative. It's your girl, Diamond Drip. If you've ever dropped your hard drive that you haven't backed up on a Friday, then you know the excruciating torture of having to wait until Monday to even get an appointment for a solution. So there you are, sad, anxious, angry that you can't access your files. And you can't even have someone take a look at your issue for at least 2 days. Friday night, when I first realized what was happening, I started getting into Troubleshoot Mode. I tried disk utility on the Mac, plugging the hard drive into different devices, simply waiting an extended amount of time for everything to load properly. No luck. So then I ordered a new cord because I read that that might be a solution. And its arrival time was estimated to be on Saturday. So for the rest of Friday night, I'm not even gonna hold you. I sulked and I began to feel like everything I had done over the past 3 weeks for school, for this channel, for my businesses were gone. One of the last things that I did on Friday night was put into place another possible solution. I scheduled an appointment for the local U-Break iFix store in the morning. Saturday morning, I woke up and I had to take my daughter to jump rope practice. She does competitive double dutch and she just advanced to the next level. After I was done dropping her off, I showed up before the store even opened in an effort to be the very first one seen when they opened their doors at 10 o'clock. The employee took my device in the back and began to run a diagnostic. About 10 minutes later, he came out to let me know that a simple data transfer to a new device wouldn't be possible because he couldn't get it to load. I was told it could be sent out for, and these are words no creator ever wants to hear, data recovery. The thought of my hard drive being sent off to some unknown location while they tried to gain access to my precious files was gut-wrenching. I went to search for a second opinion shop when I remembered that one of my friends does IT and has a whole business that could help. So I called him up and he said that he might be able to help, but even if he couldn't, he had 2 guys that might be able to lend a helping hand. I'm currently awaiting the fate of said solution since changing the cord didn't work. So, after my night of sulking, my morning of possible solutions, I was left with Sunday. So, instead of fixating on the problem even more, I began to put myself in the worst case scenario mindset to prepare myself just in case. I didn't want to be stuck in the narrative that I had just lost everything. I thought about the fact that the last 2 videos that I edited were still on my phone. Granted, I still have to edit them again, which is a lot, but it's doable. I thought about my photography class pictures. I still have them on the camera, just have to re-download them again and re-edit them. And then I began to think about a potential action plan to try and get me back on track with my other class files on Monday morning. Once I began to think less about what I was losing and how I could still possibly be okay post hard drive data recovery, I began to feel a little better. Microdosing was imperative for this. I believe it helped me to microdose both days over the weekend because it allowed me to step out of myself and gain big picture clarity. Smoking cannabis was definitely an aid this weekend as well. It helped me with my anxiety and allowed me the space to relax a little bit, play board games with my daughter, and play one of my favorite video games, Ark Survival Evolved. Microdosing, mindset, and marijuana helped me turn an anxiety and irritation-riddled weekend into one where I was able to find enjoyment in the break the universe decided to give me. How I plan to be better. I ordered a new hard drive with covering along the edges to help protect its contents from drops. I invested in increased iCloud storage for iCloud backup protection. When all is said and done, I will go back to the practice of saving files on my desktop in the cloud and as well as a physical hard drive for things that I'm currently working on. This way, if anything happens to the hard drive again, I will still, at the very least, have the current items that I'm working on saved onto the desktop cloud. If you have any extra hard drive best practices, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Until next time, my lovelies.